What if I told you that there's an easy way to build an AI agent that completely manages your YouTube channel? Totally hands-free and fully automated. And another thing, what if I told you that you can start this for free without paying anything in the very beginning? Well, today I'm going to be showing you how to do those exact two things. So stick around and I'll show you how to build exactly this. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel where I show you how to build AI agents and automations. So like I said earlier, today I'm going to be showing you how to build a YouTube posting AI agent. This is what the finished workflow is going to look like. I'm going to be building this from scratch for you today. Follow along in the video just so you understand how each node works, node by node. But as always, I'm going to have the template available on my website. So if you go to the link in the description below, I'll show you the link for this page here. This is where I keep all of my templates. Just click on the view details, download button, and you'll download the JSON file that you can use to import into any event. But moving on, it's not here yet, but I'll be posting it there right after making this video. So I'm going to be starting from scratch, but let me go over all the nodes here super quick just to show you how this all works. So like I said, it's fully automated, so it's going to be running on a scheduled trigger. Just for now, I have this channel set up to operate daily, or execute daily, I mean. This is the AI agent where I have the prompt of what ideas to think of. It checks the log for any past ideas just so it doesn't get repetitive. As always, I'm using Gemini, but you're more than welcome to use your own model. So for this workflow, I'm using VO3. I'm using this node right here, generate a video, using Gemini, which is using the VO3 model. This workflow also creates a title and a description. So once it has all that information ready for YouTube, sends it right over to YouTube, conveniently in a YouTube node, and then it just updates the prompt. So like my other workflows where I use a Google Sheet, this one's just going to use a Google Doc. This is optional. I just like getting notifications on Discord. And yeah, that's how the whole workflow is built. Super simple, super easy. There's not a whole lot of requirements. If you've been following my other videos, then you've already set up your Google credentials. If you haven't yet, it's a very short video. I'll link the description down below on how to set up your Google Cloud credentials so you can start using all the Google nodes. Alright, so just a quick demo just to show you how this works. This is the channel that I've been experimenting with. It's about dogs, I guess. Well, it was supposed to be about dogs, but it ended up being about animals. So that AI agent that I just showed you earlier, this is the channel that it's operating. Now I've been running this, this is my first video, I think about a week now. And it's posted a few shorts here, just about animals playing musical instruments. I think this trend is over, but it didn't matter. I was just kind of demonstrating anyways. But it's not doing too bad. Some of these have 1K views, 2.2K views. The cuter ones are definitely the ones getting all the views. And I even have 10 subscribers. So not bad for a week and not really doing anything. I haven't been touching this at all. There were a couple points where I even forgot about it. But just, I'll show you one of the videos that are doing pretty well. As you can see, that was a hamster just playing the bongo drums. So, yeah, so I'm not really planning on making this very large. Again, I was just demonstrating on how this works. But if let's go here, I'm just going to execute this for now, and we'll see how this works. So as it's running here, it's thinking of the idea, checking the logs, and then after this, it's going to make the video and the title description. This part takes up quite a bit, so I'll just skip this spinning part. Perfect. I made the title description, posted it to YouTube, updated the log, and it sent me the Discord notification. Which I just got on my phone. So let's go back to the channel. Let's do a refresh. Okay, took a couple refreshes, but here it is. It's a cat playing. It's a cat playing an accordion. Let's see how this looks. Okay, I'll still have to tweak around with the prompt a little bit because I don't know if this cat's getting extra help from another cat or it has 3 hands. But again, so I'm mainly just testing the functionality. If I want to improve the videos, then I have to tweak this prompt a little bit. It's not very, it's kind of long, but as always, it's always just experimenting, trial and error. But let me show you what I was talking about earlier about starting for free. So we're gonna have to go into our Google Cloud console. All we have to do, again, if you've been following my videos, all you have to do is just enable 2 APIs and you're pretty much ready to go. You can start building this. So not a whole lot of setup. So let's go ahead and do that quickly and I'll show you what I'm talking about starting for free. Okay, so here we are in the Google Cloud console. So I don't know if this is regional. This is what I've been doing. So if you're using VO3, the videos can get really expensive. It can go up to $5 to $6 Canadian. I'm in Canada. If you're signing up for the first time in Google Cloud, so this is the account that I've been using for all of my videos. There's this right here at the top. Now, again, this might be different per region, but right here, I've been saving this for this video. There's a start your free trial with $300 credit. For this YouTube channel, the YouTube channel that I built, that was using that YouTube channel's Gmail account, so I'm using free credits there. I haven't set it up here yet, just so I can show you what this looks like. So $300 credit, again, this is in Canadian. If I'm posting daily, it probably lasts like maybe just about a month or so, or a little over a month. But if you click on here, start for free, you just have to set up your billing information, and then just make sure you set up a reminder, to check, continuously check your credits, how much you have left. The reason why I wanted to show this is because, again, as you saw in the video earlier, it's not perfect. I want to tweak it a little bit. And I didn't use my own money for that one. So it's great for experimenting, testing out your prompt, kind of narrowing down your niche and really perfecting the way you want your videos to be posted. And then once everything's ready and set, good to go, by the time you start paying, you at least have a polished workflow. And then you can pay from there, use a different model, or continue to use VO3. But everything's all set and good to go, and all that experimenting didn't really cost you much. So that's just a tip if you want to start using VO3. Moving on to the next part, like I said earlier, we're just going to have to enable 2 APIs in our Google Cloud Console. So one is, of course, going to be YouTube. So you just search YouTube, there's YouTube Data, API v3, click on that. And then we're just going to click on Enable. So again, if you've already set up your Google Cloud Console and your credentials, that's all you have to do, and you're ready to post on YouTube. So nice and easy, real quick, just because we have that Google Doc as well for checking the logs, we're just going to enable Google Docs as well. Just enabling. And there we go. As far as the backend setup goes, that's all we have to do. Now we can go ahead and start building. All right, so here we are, blank canvas. We're ready to start from scratch. So let's start off with the trigger. Like I said, we're going to be fully automating this, so it's going to be on a schedule trigger. Put that right in there. I'm going to leave it once a day. Sure, let's leave it at midnight. But you can set this schedule however you want. If you're able to get those credits and you want them to last longer, maybe you can spread this out 3 days, 2 days. It's up to you. Go ahead and adjust that as you need. Plus sign. Let's add our AI agents. All right. For source prompt, we're just going to select down below, or sorry, define below, and then this is where we're going to be putting our prompt. I'm just going to be copying and pasting the one that I have from my existing workflow. I'm going to have this too in the template if you just want to experiment with that prompt only. But right here, I'm just going to change this to expression. Right here, you can tweak this however you want. You can just throw this into ChatGPT and say, hey, modify this with this theme or that theme. And then, like I said, play around, experiment with it. And again, if you're able to get the free trial, you know, you're testing it out without having to pay from your own pocket. But feel free to leave this here if you want. That's the prompt that I'm going to be using for this. Check this right here, require specified output format. That's important. Okay, so here we are. We got this part set. Now we just have to select our model. So I'm going to click plus sign for the model. I'm going to add Gemini. I'll leave it as 2.5 flash. Let's select the end need on YouTube one. That's where I just enabled the APIs. And then tools. So the tools is just going to be the Google Docs. Google Docs tool. Just like that. All right, now I'm going to go into my drive real quick. I'm just going to create a Google Doc right in here. I'm just going to name this prompts or YouTube short prompts. Just like that. And then save. Okay, I'm just going to grab the ID from here. Just like that. It's going to be in between this d/ and /edit. Copy. And then if we go back to our workflow, where it says folder name or ID. Oh, let me select that too. Okay, so like I said before, for every Google node, you're going to have to create credentials, but you're going to be using the same client ID and client secret. So if you go to create credentials, you're going to plug in the same ones that you've been putting in all your other Google nodes. So I'm just going to do that super quick here. Client secret, client ID, save, YouTube, sign in with Google. Oh, where did that go? There we go. Advanced, go. Just like all the other nodes, connection successful. So that's what we want to look for. All right, good. So we got the credentials set up. All right, set automatically. Operation, we're just going to select get. And then this is where you're going to paste in that ID that we copied earlier. All right, so I'm just going to put the ID right in here, just like that. Good. So now that's ready. It's going to reference this document here for any prompts, just so it doesn't get repetitive, just like I did with my social media automation as well. All right, and now lastly for the AI agent node, we're just going to add the structure output parser. Now I could type this up in a JSON format, but just for you guys watching me type this boring stuff. And again, I'll have this in the template, but this is basically how this is going to be set up here. So let me copy and paste that quick. Okay. Or if you're completely doing this from scratch without the template, you can pause right here and watch. Just going over this real quick to show you what this is doing here. So this is an object, which is kind of like a list for JSON. And then I'm specifying the properties. Now here I'm specifying the title, description, and the prompt. So string is like a text, like a text format that it's passing over. Now these three things is what the AI agent is going to be creating in its output. It's going to make the video, and then this instructions in the prompt is to think of a title and description for this video, Once it has that set, if you go here in the output of the demo, this is the output that it brings out: title, description, and prompt. So those are the 3 fields that we're going to be passing over to YouTube, or the YouTube node. So that's what this is going to be doing. It's going to have the AI agent, you know, think of the idea, think of the video prompt, I mean, and then it passes that over. To VO and to the title. So VO3 is going to get the prompt, the edit field is going to get the title and the description. So let's do that right now. So right here, you're going to add the plus sign, and then Gemini is what you're going to search for, and then create a video. So you're going to select generate a video. Just going to leave that there for a quick second, and then you're also going to add right here, edit fields, set, boom. Click this round circle right here, drag it, and you're going to attach it to your edit fields. All right, we're making good progress. Okay, so before we start configuring these 2 nodes right here, I'm just going to run this section right here just to make sure that the output is coming out correctly. One thing before we do the test, just make sure I'm just going to copy this. Make sure that it's at define using JSON schema. And if you change it, in case this gets erased, let's just do that now. Yeah, just repaste that in. One thing I forgot to mention, so sorry about that, guys. But yeah, define using JSON schema. That'll make sure that it follows these prompts and it makes the correct output for each section there. So let's go back, save. I'm gonna turn these off right here. Let's test this out. Okay, perfect. Even though there's nothing in here, I still want to make sure that it's using the Google Doc just to check as per the instructions. Okay, looks like it's done. So let's open it up. Perfect. Okay, looks like it created a video idea. Sounds like it's going to be about a pug playing an instrument. So let's open these up again, and let's open up the generate a video node. All right, so right here, in this node, I'm just gonna leave it as the existing one that I was using for that same channel. The reason why is because I haven't set up my billing yet on this account right here. I didn't add my billing information, but once you do set up your billing information, you still have to do it even for the free trial. Is you're just gonna go create new credential, and the same API key that you're using for Gemini over here, you're just gonna be pasting that in here. The exact same API key. Once you have your billing information, Google will see that, and then it'll be able to use that API key for generating videos. So when you add it and you test the connection, it should look like this. So again, I'm going to be using the same channel, but that's all you have to do for that. The same video where I show you how to build your Google credentials will show you how to get your API key. So again, that link is in the description below. Okay, so once you have that set up, these you can say the same. For the model, I just selected VO 3.0, generate 001. And then for the prompt, I'm just going to paste this in. This is from the template. But yeah, basically this is just take this info, and what I did when I was setting this up is I just grabbed this and I added it right there. Take this prompt, generate a video for it, and make it with this aspect ratio. So what this means is that it makes the videos in a certain format that allows it to be used as shorts. Now, when you post a video automatically into YouTube, whether manually or automatically, it's gonna just put it as a short, right? If it's a different aspect, let's say 16:9, and then it's just gonna add it as a regular video. So just keep that in mind. If you want shorts, Just make sure it's in this aspect ratio. And if you don't want to show you just a video, then that part doesn't matter. Make sure that it's not this aspect ratio if that's the case. But okay, moving on. Return video as. I know I put on the prompt. This is just for extra assurance for me, but you definitely want to set this up right here. So in the options, properties, again, if you want to specify your aspect ratio for video for short, you select that, and then right here, again, this is the widescreen ones. If you want a video, shorts, portrait, 9:16, you're good to go. All right, so that's done right there. That's all you have to do for that. This one's nice and easy. When you open up the edit fields, add a field, make sure that it's string. I'm just gonna leave it as title, and then you're gonna drag title and paste it right into the value. You're gonna add one more field. This one I'm gonna call description, and then grab description and drag it right there. Perfect. Save. All right. So we are pretty darn close on getting this complete. Really not too bad so far. What we're gonna add in here is a merge node. Now, the last video that I made for my social media, what I liked about the merge node is that it waits for all the other nodes to complete and then it sends it as one item. Now, the reason why that's important is, as you saw in the demo, this took a while. And what you don't want to happen is for the edit fields to hit the YouTube node before the generate a video node, because you're going to run into errors. So you want all the information from these two nodes to hit the YouTube node at the same time. That's why I have this merge node right here. Okay, so let's open this up super quick. We're going to select combine, position, and then you're just going to leave that as 2, and then drag each one right there. Input 1, input 2. Okay, good. That's it. Now one more plus sign right here, and this is where we're going to add our YouTube node. YouTube. These are all the options for YouTube, but what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be selecting here is upload a video. So go ahead and select that. There we go. Before we do anything here, I'm just going to shut this off. I'm going to be running these two nodes, generate a video, and then execute this step. I'm going to edit this part out because it's going to take a minute. So, but this is going to be generating the video using this prompt. We'll see if it works properly here. Okay, so looks like it made a video here. I'm just going to click on this download just to see what it is. So I'm just going to save it to my desktop. And let's play this video. Okay. Alright. Still need to adjust my main prompt here because the pug wasn't moving. So I'll probably just have to add something like make sure the animals are moving, but just keep that in mind. The cool thing, again, if you are able to use some sort of free trial, you know, that doesn't cost anything to test it out. But anyways, it made a video. That's the most important part. Now I'm going to run this edit fields. This one's super quick. Execute node. Boom. All right. And merge. Execute this step. I've actually should have executed this from the merge node because now it's making a new video. But execute from here. It's going to run these two nodes. Now I'm going to turn this back on. I'm going to now just add all the information here. So for the YouTube account, you're going to create a new credential. Again, you're going to use the exact same client ID and client secret. So I'm just going to grab that here. All right, client ID, client secret, and then sign in with Google, and it'll be the same process as the other node. Advanced, continue, select all, and continue. Boom, connection successful. That's what you want. All right, now that's all set up. Now let's enter in our information here. So title, you're just gonna grab Title. Region, you're just going to put the region that you're in. I'm going to select Canada. Category, I selected entertainment. This you can leave as data. Now we're going to add options here. We're going to add description. And then we go schema from the merge node. You're just going to grab description and put it in right there. So that ensures that this description is added to your video. Okay, now go back to add option again. You're going to want to put, you're going to select privacy status. And right here, you're going to make sure it's public if you want people to view your videos. Okay, so that should be it for our node. Just want to double check. Yes. Public stats viewable, that's another option I added. So public stats viewable. Okay, that's good. All right, YouTube is all done. Now the last thing here, and this is kind of important because when I was fooling around with this node, I kept posting a very similar video each time. So that's why I have this Google Doc. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add that Google Doc for the logs. So docs, right there. Update a document right there. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to open up the previous node. I'm going to copy that ID, go back. I'm just going to add it there so it references the same Google Doc. So right here in the text, select that as expression, and then this is how it is from the template. So this is just specifying the date and time, just so you know when I check the logs, I can see when that prompt was used. This is where I added the prompt, so this is where it's gonna put the prompt in there so it doesn't repeat it. So if you go to schema and then AI agent, grab the prompt and just drag it right in here, and that way it'll add the prompt into the Google Doc, and then when it runs over here, it checks the docs, it'll reference all the other prompts it's used before, and it'll generate a new one. So let's click save there, and that's pretty much it. You're pretty much done. I like to add a notification. Discord's my favorite, but you can add anything you like. You can put Teams. For this example, I'm gonna do Gmail. Send a message, and let's just set it to. I'm just gonna send it to my test one. Subject, video upload successful. You can just put whatever. All right, and then your latest video has been posted, and let's just add the title. There you go, something like that. Save, and congratulations, you have built your automation for YouTube. We're up to here. Let's open up this node. Execute the step. All right, let's see how this works. Okay, so I got this error. What I suspect, and let's take a look at this here. I haven't set up my channel yet. So if you go to YouTube, using the account that you want to post your videos to, or the one that you set up the YouTube API with, go in there, click on your name, go to YouTube Studio. I'm just gonna leave this as is. You're gonna have to create your channel right here. Just make sure you put the name and the channel that you want. Okay, continue. All right, so the channel's been created. Let's go back to our workflow. Let's give this another test. There we go. Okay, so it looks like it was waiting for me to create the channel. Okay, so let's go into our content, shorts, and just like in the demo, it kind of took a few seconds there and a few refreshes in order for that to show up. But right here, this is what you're going to be looking for. Uploaded to show that ID right there. Let's go back to our channel. Let's do some refreshes. Awesome. Okay, yeah, and it automatically put it into my shorts. So let's take a look at this, see what it is. Okay, sweet. So yeah, it's that same pug video right there. Now let's go back into our workflow. All right, excellent. That's working. Now, what I want to do now is just do one more test from beginning to end, just to make sure that the whole thing works. I don't run into any errors, so I'm just going to refresh here. Make sure you save. I'm going to do a refresh. All right, let's do a test now. Okay, we got all of our nodes complete and set up. Well, let's go over here and execute workflow. Okay, so thinking of a new idea, should be referencing that document. So I didn't execute it this time at the very end, so might come up with another pug video, but that's okay. Okay, and again, I'll edit this part out because I'm sure you don't just want to be staring at this spinning. Okay, so looks like it ran the node. Boom. Awesome. Let me check. Let me go into my account here. Gmail. This is my test account. Video upload successful. Awesome. Your latest video has been posted. Again, I made another pug video, but that's why I put that Google Doc note in there so that it doesn't repeat those videos. But let's go to my drive now. Google Drive, and let's just check YouTube short prompts. Awesome, there you go. This is the prompt right there, so it updated, which is good. So now the next time it runs this again, it's going to reference that document right here, and it's going to as per the instructions, it'll say, hey, okay, I've used this before, let me think of another idea. And then yeah, let's go back to YouTube. And let's see if it made a new short. So let's refresh. There we go. Pug shreds harder than your favorite drum. Okay, let's take a look at this. Amazing. Okay. All right, cool. That's all working. All right, so there you have it, guys. That is how you build a fully automated YouTube channel. I hope that video was helpful for you. Again, I'll have this the full template if you just want to build off of that available on my website. I'll post it up there. Feel free to grab that. It's totally free. Just keep in mind, if you're not using the free trial and you set up your billing information, you will be charged per video. So I really want to stress that it's not free completely. If you're using trial, it's like free-ish, just temporarily until you run out of credits. At least for me, it's I believe it's around $6 Canadian per video. So it's kind of pricey. But otherwise, have fun experimenting. Feel free to ask any questions you have in the comments below. I'll try to help you as best as I can. In the meantime, just happy automating, and I'll see you next time.